Well, I'd like to continue discussing some of the features of the ezmax clamp. One of the things that I think is worth spending a little bit of time on is the difference in the bolts on this product versus those that are available on other products. So this is the bolt off of an ezmax clamp, and it's the same bolt that's on a Hymax coupling. It's a very special bolt. It appears to be a regular run-of-the-mill galvanized, what we in Ontario would call a dock bolt, something that you would use in a marine application like at your dock at the camp. So it seems like something you could get at Home Depot, for example, but it's not. It's actually a very special product. It's all 304 stainless. That's to say the bolt is 304 stainless, so is the nut, and so is the washer. They're all 304. Now, one of the problems that you have with bolted fasteners that are 304 stainless is that they're prone to a complication called galling. Now, this is a regular 304 stainless bolt, and similarly, it's prone to galling. Galling, I'll explain, I think, more in another video, but for the time being, you can think of galling as a process where the bolt and the nut jam together and you can't use them anymore. So they become useless. Now, to prevent galling, one of the things you can do is put a lot of lubricant on the bolt. And so you can see that this bolt has a lubricant on it. This is the old-fashioned way of doing it. This is the new way. Now, the old-fashioned way involved in putting some sort of petroleum-based lube on here, like a grease or an oil. And that would work okay, but there was a few disadvantages to that. The first being is that you could use it only through a couple of cycles. You would tighten it and then loosen it and then tighten it again, and by that time most of the petroleum-based lube had burned off due to friction. Secondly, the other problem, and maybe more important, is that in trench conditions where there's dirt and dust and sand, you'd often get dirt and dust and sand between the threads of the bolt, and they'd actually stick in there because of the petroleum lube. So far from making things easier, it would actually bind the product up. Now that's why this is such a great innovation, in my opinion. This is a 304 stainless, as I mentioned before, but it's been tumbled in like a giant rock polisher or a giant clothes dryer with a powder of zinc-cobalt alloy. And the zinc-cobalt powder binds itself mechanically into the stainless under an impact, and that provides your lubricant. It's a very slippy, nice, smooth lubricant. And the major benefit of this is, first of all, it's pre-installed, so you don't have to worry about it. Secondly is that it won't attract dust and dirt. And if it does, you can wash it off with water and have a nice clean bolt again. And lastly, you can use this lubricant. It doesn't burn off under friction, so if you have to tighten it and loosen it and tighten it again, you don't have any loss of lubrication from this product. Now, the manufacturers say that you can do this through 100 cycles before you have to worry about re-lubricating. So I would suggest that if you need 100 cycles to tighten up a repair clamp, you're probably in the wrong business.